What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. For all of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back and joining me on today's video. And if you are new, then welcome to the channel. My name is Monet. I am 26 years old, and here on this channel I am documenting my financial journey. I am a cash budgeter. I have been using the cash envelope system for the past 2 years. It has helped me save, it has helped me get out of debt, and just become more comfortable with money as a whole. So if you find that interesting, something you like to watch, or something you would like to learn more about, then please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and join our family. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you will always be notified whenever I upload my next video. So within today's video, we are just going to be doing a weekly budget check-in to ensure that, I'm spending my money correctly, that I have enough funds, and that I'm staying within budget. You guys really enjoyed this concept when I did my vlog style video with what I spent in the week, and the feedback that I received is that it would be helpful to show how I track my budgeting and, motivate and encourage others to get into it as well if you're not that comfortable with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think, and let's get started with seeing what I spent my money on for the week. Alright, so I went ahead and opened my budget binder, and I took out the 2 budget sheets that we will be using to track my expenses. I like to use my weekly check-in and my expense tracker. These sheets are available within my budget kit, so all of the printables that you see me use, I do make them available for digital download within my website. So if you think that these sheets would be helpful, or you want to look at other things that I have to offer, then please be sure to check that out. The link is down in the description, and as always, the support is always appreciated. So if you aren't familiar with these sheets, I like to do my weekly check-in at the end of every week whenever I decide to cut off my weekly check-in, and these are the categories that I like to keep track. They reflect the spending that I do within my wallet that I carry around 24/7, and they just help me with my daily spending to ensure that I don't go over budget. And then the expense tracker over here is for documenting my expenses to see what I spent my money on. So again, the number one way I keep track of my expenses is receipts. Because I deal with cash, I don't have like an app to look over to see what I spent it on. So I keep track of all of my receipts so that then I can write down all of my spending. And before we get into it, I did get quite a few comments on my wallet, and just a quick overview of it, where I got it from. So this is a Steve Madden wallet for those that are interested. I'm not sure what the name of the style of the wallet is. I got this from Macy's Backstage, so I don't even know if they sell it. It might be like an old style of a Steve Madden wallet, but I just really like the color and the design, and it was very different from a wallet that I had before. But up at the top is just where I keep my cash dividers. This would be typically where you put like your dollar bills. Then we have the card holders, and then over here is the zipper for the coins. So yeah, that's it to the wallet. It's really nothing special. It does everything that I needed to do, but that was the show of it for the people that were interested. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take out my cash dividers, and we will set them right here. And let's go ahead and get started with writing down my expenses for the week. So for this week, I really only did my spending on 2 days, but I did quite a few of the spending for those 2 days. I'm typically a person that likes to spend either 1 or 2 days and then I'm done for the week. I'm not a big spender, and it helps me limit what I actually need. So the first spending was on the 18th, and I had to start my week with getting gas. So the gas station that I go to now is called Murphy. For the people who have been with me for a while, me and gas were not very compatible. I did not grow up having to put gas in my own car. I am from New Jersey, and I have recently relocated to North Carolina, and now I have to pump my own gas. But I am so much better, you guys, and I learned that it was the people that made me way more nervous than I needed to be. So I typically went and got my gas from Costco, but as we know, Costco is like always packed, it's always a line, and that just kind of gave me anxiety. But now I go to Murphy because it's so low-key. I can get my gas, do what I gotta do, and I'm in and out. So that has been where I've been getting my gas as of lately. And you know, until I get 100% comfortable, that is where I will be. So gas this week, it did go up a little bit, but you know, I have a tiny car, so my gas doesn't really ever cost too much. But I did have to spend $28 on gas for the week. Then the next spending was also on the 18th. This was actually an online purchase. I went and bought some more nails, you guys. So if you can't tell, I got on new nails. I am on a nail trend, I guess, this year because I'm not really a nail girl, but I really like these nails that I've been trying lately. I believe it's the static nails, and yeah, I've been getting a lot of compliments on them, so I went and bought 2 more. I got them on like a good price to me, so I just got them shipped and delivered. This one came in, but the other one has yet to arrive. So for that, I did take that out of my spending, and the total to get both nails delivered was $30. They had a deal and I had like a coupon code, so I felt like I couldn't pass that up. Then on the 18th, I also went out to Walmart, and I went to Walmart to do my grocery shopping. So I took that money out of groceries, and it was a Tuesday, and oh, I highly recommend, if you can, to go grocery shopping on a weekday. I normally went on the weekend, but I feel like Tuesdays are now like my go-to days. I was able to shop, get everything I needed, and not have to be bothered, and I was in and out of the line. It was great. So I did re-up on my food for the next 2 weeks, and I spent $110 at Walmart. I also need to mention, for me, when I deal with the dollar amounts, if you aren't familiar, I do not deal with change. So I believe my Walmart total was actually like 109 and some change, but I rounded up to 110. That just makes it easier for me to count my dollars and, you know, not confuse me when I'm looking at my balances. So the last thing that I did on the 18th was that I went to Sally's beauty supply store, and I had to pick up this like hair treatment that I've been using since high school, keeping my hair healthy. So the only place I can get it is from Sally's. So I did go ahead and take that out of toiletries, and that was a total of $20. So as far as the 18th, that was all the spending that I did that day. And now we can move on to the 19th. So looking at the 19th, the first place that I went was to Costco, and this was like the actual Costco store, and I just had to run in there quickly and get water. So I took that out of groceries, and I literally just bought a pack of water, and that was for $5. Following that, on the 19th, I went to CVS. I had to pick up the face cleaner that I get to help, you know, wash my face and keep my skin smooth as it can be. So again, I took that out of toiletries, and that was a total of $8 there. And then on the 19th, I had to treat myself. At the end of every week, I treat myself to eating out, and it's either gonna be Chinese food or Five Guys. Like, those are my 2 spots. So for this week, I did Chinese. So I took that out of eating out, and that was a total of $11. So for all of my spending for the week, that is all I did, and that is how I complete my expense tracker. So now we're just gonna move over here to the weekly check-in, and this should go by quickly because we filled out all of the hard information over here. So the first thing that we're looking at is week 3 for January. So I note that this was my spending for January 13th to January 19th. Then I go ahead and list my categories as I stated before. All right, so after we list our categories, we have this plus column. So this indicates if I added any money towards these categories for the week. And I actually did, because if we remember, I did a paycheck 1 cash stuffing. And when I paid myself, I added money to these categories. So that is what we are gonna write here. For gas, we did 30, so it's gonna get 30. Spending also did 30. Groceries got 60. Toiletries 25. Clothing 40. And eating out got 15. All right. And then for the minus, that will just be anything that we did over here that pertains to this category. So for week 3, we see we went to gas once. That was for $28. So we will put 28. And then we can go ahead and get our remaining for gas. So for week 2, gas started with 50. We added 30 and we took away 28. So that means gas should now have $52 for the week. When it comes to gas, I don't have an actual cash divider. I do like to keep my gas on a debit card, but again, I still like to keep track to make sure that I have enough. So the main question that I ask myself by the time I get to remaining is $52 going to be enough to get me by until I get paid again? Yeah, I feel like that would be enough to get me by. Next, we move on to spending. Spending, again, we only used the once this week, and that was for $30. So spending started with $25, we added $30, and we took away $30. So again, we should be left with $25. Looking at spending, we have 20, 25. So that is true. Moving right along, next is groceries. We did groceries with $110 and groceries with $5. So that was a total of $115 taken out of groceries. If we started with 60, we added 60 and we took away $115. We should now have $5 left for groceries. Here's groceries, and we do have $5. So $5 is pretty low, but I did a big grocery shop, so it should get me by for the next 2 weeks. So I don't necessarily see that as a problem within my budget, so I should be okay. Next, we have toiletries. Toiletries, we went to Sally's for $20 and CVS for $8, so that was a total of $28 taken out of toiletries. Toiletries started with $20, we added $25, and we took out $28. So we should now be left with $17 in toiletries. Toiletries, and we have 10, 15, 16, 17. So that is correct. Moving along, it is clothing. We did no spending for clothing this week, so that will get 0. And if we had 0 the week before, we added 40. We should again have 40. Here is clothing, and we have 20, 40. I'm pretty sure I was guilty of myself the week before because I spent all of my clothing. So this week I was like, girl, we're not doing any spending for clothing, which is fine. So the last thing that we have here is for eating out. We know we went to eat out once for Chinese food with $11. So we started with 20, added 15, took away 11. So we should now have $24 eating out. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So yes, and there we have it. Everything for our weekly budget check-in has been completed. All right, you guys, so it's literally that simple, that easy to track your expenses. I just take out one day within the week to look at my expenses, look where I'm at, and ensure that I can make it for the next week, you know? And again, this is all trial and error. If this is your first time doing this, please do not expect for your numbers to be perfect. Sometimes you may go in the negative. Sometimes you may dip into different categories for different things. You know, it happens. We're not perfect, and that's what the budget is for, to learn from and to create one that best suits the needs for you and your family. But overall, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if this is helpful, if you want me to do more of these, and if you find the channel helpful, you learned something, you are enjoying it, and you haven't subscribed yet, then be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Give it a thumbs up because that really does help in support. And with that being said, you guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time in my next video. Bye, guys.